Secret identities, forbidden magic, unexpected love. In The Exiled Queen, Princess Raisa and former street lord Han Alistair are facing challenges far from home, hunted by enemies at every turn, while forging a seemingly destined connection with each other. Hi, welcome to the Fantasy Shelf. I am back with another book review for you today. The Exiled Queen is the second book in the Seven Realms series by Cinda Williams Chima. Just a heads up, there are mild spoilers in this review video. Please use the timestamps in the description to avoid the spoilers. So let's start with the plot summary. Princess Raisa has fled her kingdom to escape political manipulation and an unwanted marriage, disguising herself as a cadet at the military academy at Ordensford. Meanwhile, hunted by the Bayers, Han Alistair, former street lord, also journeys to Ordensford to hone his magical skills at Mistwork School for Wizards. Soon, Han comes across a mysterious figure named Crow, who is strangely intent on helping Han take his revenge on the Bayers. While Reza undergoes harsh military training and Han masters his magic, they are drawn into an irresistible romance that could ignite new conflicts. As war escalates in the south, their choices will not only shape their destinies but also the fate of the entire realm. The story begins with Han and Reza on separate roads traveling to Ordensford, the best academy in the Seven Realms. The story is told mainly from these two character perspectives, so we get to see the wider world within the Seven Realms through their adventures en route to the academy at Ordensford. Magical school settings are always entertaining to me, so I was looking forward to their life at their individual schools. Though the storytelling is brilliant, it seems that the focus of this novel is not on the overall plot progression of the series but on character growth and advanced world building. The overall plot takes a backseat while the characters deepen their knowledge and hone their skills at their schools. Han's chapters are very much action-oriented, filled with far more tension and life-threatening danger. Reza navigates life as a common soldier, showing strong leadership skills and gaining new perspective on the world outside of the Fells. It was very comforting to watch her form strong bonds of friendship with Hallie and Talia, as she never had a single female friend till date. There are regular instances of racism towards the northern clans, as well as poor treatment of women in the Kingdom of Arden. The wizards in turn are looked down on by the clans, while the Ardanians consider the wizards as sinners. Most of the discrimination comes from people with close-minded outlooks and misinformation about cultures outside their bubble. The villain of the last book, Lord Bayer, does not show up in this novel, though he is trying to carry out his wild schemes through his son Micah Bayer. But Micah and his twin Fiona Bayer have plans of their own. Instead of one complex villain, there are multiple dubious characters to add tension to the story, endangering the lives of the main leads. Eamon's magical blood link to Reza is confusing. Though he knows she is in danger, he has never been able to reach her in time of peril, which makes this bond pointless. But this gives Reza mad opportunities to display excellent quick-thinking skills and fend for herself without anyone's aid. I wasn't fond of Reza when she was brooding about her love life. She attempts to develop a romance with Eamon when she knows it won't work out, but is too stubborn to let go. Romance should have been the last thing on her mind while on the run from the Bayers. But then I reminded myself of how young she actually is. These flaws make her human and more real. In the second half, there is a strong romantic subplot with the main leads Han and Reza displaying powerful chemistry. It was not the central theme driving the story, as the connection is still in the early stages. But I loved how their relationship developed organically. I couldn't help myself from comparing a few plot elements to the Harry Potter universe. This does not mean that ideas in the novel are not original. The author has definitely made these aspects unique with a creative twist. The shift in character perspectives does not jolt you out of the story, as each significant event in the POV chapters is wrapped up well before moving to the next character. The pace was consistent and balanced as with the first novel, but the ending of the book seemed sudden and without any resolution to the overall story. Unlike the earlier book, the plot was not wrapped up neatly and left some elusive subplots behind that may get addressed in the next books. However, it left me feeling dissatisfied. There is so much expansion in the world building as we leave the fells behind and travel far south to the academy at Ordensford. The author has done well painting a clear picture of the background seen through the eyes of the main characters while they journey across different lands, making it all seem so real. Lot of thought has gone into the geography and diverse culture of the Seven Realms. There is plenty of additional history of the land that deepens the established lore too. Ordensford Academy accepts students from all over the Seven Realms, giving us a good exposure to different societies and beliefs. The Academy is a cool set of schools, each dedicated to specific disciplines such as military, magic, and more. Mistwork House, the school for charmcasters, was very educational, giving us insights into the inner world of wizards. It may have been boring to some, but I enjoyed all the detailed classes on spellcasting and its theories. It also helps that every magical discussion had a purpose and some practical application in the story itself. The political conflicts deepen as Han crosses into the war-torn kingdom of Arden on his way to Mistwork School, while the Wizard Council back in the Fells is plotting to replace Racer with her sister Melanie. All this political power play looks set to move front and center in the next couple of books. I loved the characters in Book 1, and here I got to understand them and their faults a little better. Both Han and Raisa are open to learning more to give themselves a fighting chance for a future back home. Raisa shows much inner strength as she completely adapts to the tough life of a new military cadet, learning skills that may assist her in the upcoming conflict. She displayed courage and sharp negotiation skills when she convinces Dimitri, the Lord of the Water Walkers, to take the right stand for his people, and when she convinced Tame Askell, the head of Wayne House, to accept her as his student. But she did come across as unreasonable when she refused to accept Eamon's choices. I am glad we got that subplot out of the way, as it is their platonic bond that I loved best. Han seemed more believable as a former gang member, more grown up than in the earlier novel. I found that his chapters were longer with a solid focus on developing his powers and understanding the true nature of his flash piece. But I also found him making reckless decisions when it came to Crow and untested magic. Also, I'm not convinced that Han and Raisa are sure about their feelings at this point. The time they had together was pretty less in both the novels, and Raisa with her recent heartbreak may just be wanting a distraction. But they do have fabulous chemistry with a destined feel to their connection. Crow, with its hidden identity and immense interest in Han, immediately set off warning bells for me. His presence kept the tension high in the novel, as it was obvious he had some ulterior motives of his own. My guess is this is some remnant memory of Alger Waterloo, and the amulet works something like a Horcrux. All the secondary characters had something to contribute, with everyone having some sort of hidden secrets or agendas. It added intrigue to the story, but the subplots were not very convincing. Some of the new additions, like Dean Abelard, did not seem much of an adversary at all. One person I wish to see play a larger role is Dancer. I love Dancer's personality and his selfless friendship with Han. He is a well-adjusted person who handles all the cruel jibes thrown his way with dignity. Though he does have a little character growth, he does not do anything other than support Han in the background mostly. It looks like the ambitious Ardenians will have bigger roles to play in the upcoming books as enemies, bringing more chaos in the lives of the main leads. The Exiled Queen is a strong follow-up to The Demon King, but it seems to be more a setup for Book 3, perhaps The Calm Before the Storm. Because I stopped to make ridiculously long notes on the spellwork and magic, it took me around 28 hours to complete this book. I'm rating The Exiled Queen 7.5 out of 10. Even with a lack of resolution in some parts, I thoroughly enjoyed this well-written story with its enchanting world and brilliant characters. Are you a fan of the Seven Realms? Let me know your thoughts on the series. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more such content. And I will be back with another video soon. See ya!